Hello students, welcome back. Good morning. Today I want to continue my SQL concept and new things. Today our topic is, last time I have discussed about various functions of MySQL. And today I am discussing again, we can say some kind of revision, table creation and data manipulation commands. We know very well this thing only revision purpose. You can see, suppose first we always open our MySQL with the help of password. Then first we always create a database. So creating a database, so the syntax is create database, if not exist, and database name, and last finally we always use semicolon to end this command. So the example is create database, and a database name according to our choice we can mention school, bank, customer, accounts, as you wish. Then always use semicolon. Then after creating the database you must open this. Okay, so open a database, you can use command, use and then database name. So here use and then our database name, recently we have created school, so school semicolon, so it will open in our computer memory. Okay, show all the database list. Okay, so in the MySQL server already so many database are available, our database and other database. So you can see the list of show databases semicolon enter, it will show the all the databases. Okay, now no longer needed, we can also delete, removing databases. So it remove all its table, also get removed along with the database directly. So carefully this command will use. Okay, suppose in the database you have already created so many tables and already inserted so many data and records, or if you directly drop this database, remove the database, so it will delete all the inside tables and records and structures, all these things directly. So carefully we can delete our database, otherwise our data and table and records we will lose. So if you want to remove this database, so drop database, and database name is school semicolon. Okay, now constraint is a set of rules and regulation which can apply on a particular column in a table. Okay, so there are some rules, there are the business rules or regulations which can be applied to rows and columns of a table. It ensure the database integrity, and following constraint are used when you create a table. Okay, so first we create a table, then we can use primary key. In a table we have several columns, so we can select a column to perform the various operations, searching a record, removing a record. So here a one key must be a primary key, so it is used to identify record uniquely in a table. It never accept duplicate data in a column. It is a key field of a column. It never hold none value. So we always have a just for example student ID, customer ID, account number, okay, transaction ID. So this is a unique row of a particular event. So directly we can jump and see the all the details. So we must create a primary key when we create a table. Okay, foreign key, because there are so many records and we cannot store all the records, all the complete details in a one table. It is not possible. We cannot store all the details in a one table, so we can break the table. Okay, we can break tables, one table, two table, three table, four table, so we can avoid the repetition of our data. But how to connect? So we can connect this table with the help of primary key and foreign key. So it will beneficial for us. It save our data, it save our disk space, it also reduce the redundancy of our data, and but we can use foreign key and primary key concept for this. So we can normalize our data and break the tables. So we can use foreign key. So it is used in another table. It is depend on a primary key. It may have duplicate data. Whenever two tables are related by a common column, then the related column in parent table should be declared as primary key constant, and related column in the child table should have foreign key constant. Okay, suppose we have two table, student table and marks table. In student table, the student table is our main table, parent table. So in the student ID or roll number must be a primary key. Okay, or in this student table all the personal detail we can store, but the changing event is in the exam. Okay, so in the exam there are so many test type are available, so we can use this key in student table will use in marks table, but here roll number in the marks table we can say this is a foreign key, and this foreign key directly depend on student table roll number. So we can use foreign key constraint. Constraint means rules and regulation on a particular column. We can use unique. Okay. This constraint ensures the no two rows have the same value in the specified column. Okay. So this is a unique. Suppose we can say mobile number is a perfect example. Suppose we can create a table, student table. But in student table, two student, I want completely different mobile number, not same mobile number. So mobile number we can use a unique constant rules. So in the mobile number column, only a unique mobile number we can store all the student. No two student have same mobile number. So it is beneficial for us to searching a particular record also. So we can use a unique constraint. Check the constant limit values that can be inserted into a column of a table. Suppose we have a table, okay, and we can check constant on a particular column. Suppose salary column. So in the salary column, the company rule is 30,000 to 50,000. So below 30,000 and above 50,000 we cannot store a value. So for this purpose, in the salary column the minimum limitation is 30,000 and maximum is 50. So this is our domain, this is our range. So I want to control this rule. So we can use check constraint when we create a table. Okay, default. So a default value can be specified for a column which a user does not enter a value. For a column, automatically defined default value is inserted in the field. Okay, when we create a table and suppose I want to select a pin code column name. In pin code, I have already decided a pin code value. Okay, so when we insert records in a table, suppose I have no pin code value, so automatically default pin code automatically MySQL will insert in a particular column cell. Okay, we can also override this default value, but if we cannot use this new default value, so default value will automatically insert. Okay, so not null. This is also a rule we can use in our particular column values. This counter allows user must enter a value cannot be blank. Suppose city, in a city column we must ensure we always input a city name, does not blank. So we can use not null rules on a city column. So these are the constant we can use. We have already used this constraint. Okay, so these are the primary key, foreign key, unique, check, default and not null constraint. Okay, suppose I have already created database, but in the database already open and I want to insert tables. So to create table with constraint inside the database. So this command you can see to how to create a new table. Syntax is create table. We can mention new table name. We can use opening small bracket, and then we can use column name, then we can use data type, then we can use size, then we can use column constraint. We already discussed primary key, foreign key, not null, check. Okay, then we can use comma, then we can use again the second column name, data type, size, column constraint, then again we can use comma. So suppose we have next column, so we can use comma, and then we can use column name, data type, size, constraint, and we will continue. Okay, the last we can use our table constraint rules. Okay, table constraint rules. Okay, suppose when we have a particular table, so we can use also a foreign key constraint. To enforce a foreign key constraint at the table level, the syntax to be followed is, so we can use foreign key and our foreign key column name and the reference and parent table name, and we can use second column name and closing the bracket, and we can also use this referential integrity rules on delete cascade or on update cascade. Okay, so it will take care when we delete or insert a new records in a foreign key table or parent table key. So it should take care. And after closing this command, we must use engine is equal to innodb. Then we can close this semicolon. So here the first column name is the name of the related table in a child table, and the second column name appearing after reference close is the name of related table in the parent table. The table after reference closes is the name of the parent table or primary table to which the column is current table is related. So suppose we have another table, and foreign key we already decide a particular column name, but this column name, foreign key column name, depend on our parent table primary key. So this will we can adjust. If you write on delete cascade, also when we define foreign key constraint, this in the case of row or tuple is deleted in parent table, then all the related tuple or rows in the child table will automatically deleted. Okay, suppose if we apply this rule on delete cascade, and in parent table we already delete a record, so this record automatically delete in the foreign key table. Okay, and if you use on update cascade rule when defining foreign key constraint, then in the case a row or tuple is updated in parent table, all its related tuple or row in the child table will automatically updated. So above things maintain referential integrity. Suppose I have changed the roll number in the parent table primary key, so automatically all the roll number will change in foreign key of a particular student. So we can also update this. So we can also control this thing. Okay, note, by default MySQL use ISAM storage engine. This engine does not support foreign key constraint, so we need to change InnoDB storage engine. So InnoDB storage engine support foreign key, so we always use engine is equal to InnoDB. This statement is compulsory because by default the engine use ISAM storage. So this storage engine will not support foreign key concept. So we must change this engine is equal to InnoDB. Okay. Suppose here I am taking one example to explain this. Suppose our database name is school, we know very well. Table name is student. Okay, this is our parent table. Okay, here SID. Okay, data type is integer, and I want to convert this SID column into primary key. Okay, so all the 101, 102, 103, this is our key field. We can easily select, we can easily search, we can also easily delete or update this of a particular student details with the help of primary key. S name. So the character 20, the maximum length character of a particular student, character 20. The rule is not null. We must input the student name, because not null rules we already applied. Date of birth. So this is our column name. First we input year, then month, then day, then date is data type, not null. We must input date of birth. SCT. Okay, character 15. Unique means all the city must be unique. We cannot duplicate two students city name. Pin code. Okay, so character 6. Here rule is default. And fees, here fees I want to input in decimal point, so decimal 7,2, and here I am using check constant, and these are our records. Okay, but I want to store this table in MySQL concept, so here this data. Okay, here is another table in SQL database is marks. Marks is a child table, so you can see here SID, here also SID, here also SID. But this SID of marks table is completely depend on student table SID. So here SID, again we can use integer data type. So here column name should be, and here data type must be same. Okay, here we can use primary key, here we can use again foreign key, or this foreign key roll numbers completely depend on student table primary key. Okay, here we can use marks table column name new, subject character 20, check constant. Okay, we can use check constant. Hindi or English, only two subject we can include, or marks integer, and we can use here check constant marks of student. So you can see here 101, 101, 102, 102 will do is duplicate. Okay, because in foreign key we can repeat our data, but here we cannot use name, city again, because there is no need to repeat this data. Okay, because we use foreign key concept. So I will connect this SID to student table SID with the help of primary key and foreign key concept. With the help of joining concept we will discuss. Okay, now practically we can cover all the things. How can we perform primary key, foreign key, unique practically? So these are the complete sample code you can see. So I want to discuss first we can use database. So command is create database school semicolon. Okay, show databases, it will display all the database. So our school database also shown and will show, and use school. So I want to open this database. In the database I want to create student table. Okay, so create table student, you can see small bracket is opening, SID. Okay, column name, integer is our data type, and primary key, this is our rule, comma. So SID is our primary key. S name, okay, character 20 we know very well. Not null, we must input the student name, we cannot left blank. So not null, this is our rule, comma. DOB, date of birth, date is our data type, not null, we cannot left blank date of birth, we must input. So here I am using not null, comma. SCT character 15, unique. Okay, so all students have unique city names. Okay, pin code, here I am using character 6, but default pin code is 313001. If we do not input the pin codes, automatically 313001 automatically is inserted. Okay, fees, this is our decimal point data. So check, here I am applying the rule 4007, this rule. So we cannot insert below 4000, we cannot insert above 4000, or this value must be in range 4000 to 7000, and we can close this our command and semicolon. So this will create a student table in school database. Okay, suppose I want to insert this record 101 Rohit, date of birth, quota, and this 102 Hitesh and this detail, and 103 Rita this detail. So here I am using insert command. Insert into student, okay, SID, S name, date of birth, SCT, pin code, fees, okay. So we can use the column name, we know very well, and then we can use values one by one. So integer, decimal we can directly use without single quotes. Character, where character, and date, data type always in single quotes. So Rohit in single quotes, date of birth in single quotes, quota, this is character single quotes, pin code is character single quotes, and so only integer, decimal we cannot use single, we can directly type, but date, character, and where character we can use. This is our first record. Okay, we can copy and paste this, and we can also change this value 102 Hitesh. This is our second record, and this is our third record. Insert into student. This command we know very well. With the help of this command, we can insert third record. Okay. So we can already create a database school. Open the database. Create a student table with the constraint. We already inserted 3 records, and I want to show the records. So select start from student. So it will display this table in the output, you can see. Okay. Now suppose here second table is our marks table. So I want to create, but here foreign key concept we can use. Okay. So in the school database, the second table is marks. SID integer, so not null, but here SID column of marks table will become a foreign key. So here subject is character 20. Check here only 2 subject, Hindi and English. Okay. Here marks integer. So marks rule is 40 to 70. Okay. Check marks greater than 40 and marks less than 70. So this rule is important. Okay. And so here SID, I want to create SID into foreign key. So here I am using foreign key, and here SID column I am using, but this SID is completely depend on student table. So here SID references student SID. So this SID completely depend on student SID. So here also we can use 2 rules on update cascade. Suppose in student table we can change the roll number, so it will automatically change in the marks table. Suppose I want to delete a student, a particular record of a student table, so it will automatically delete all the student details in the marks table. So on delete cascade on, or here we can must use engine is equal to InnoDB. Okay, so this is the marks table, and complete with foreign key concept. And we can also insert these records: 101 Hindi 80, 101 English 70, 102 Hindi, 102 English. So you can see here I am also insert this record, insert into marks, SID student marks values, and this record insert into marks, SID student marks value 101 English, insert into marks, SID subject marks value 102 Hindi 40, and last is 102 English. So this record will insert into marks table. Select star from marks. We can display over this table. Okay. So you can see this is a set of command. So with the help of this command, we can created a school database. In the school database, we have 2 tables, student table and marks table, with complete constraint, with complete foreign key and primary key concept, and how to insert record with the help of insert command. Okay. Here insert into command. Okay, we know very well this thing. So only for revision purpose, the rows are added to relation using insert command. So the structure we know very well. Insert into table name, column list, values, and we can never. So to complete add a new row, insert into student, we can use one by one column name and values, and according to respectively values. Okay, so here I am using column names. If you know the sequence of column name perfectly, So no need to type again the column names. We can directly use insert into student values. So we can avoid the column name. If we know the perfect sequence, so no need. Okay. Suppose you want to randomly insert, so you must use the column name SID, then we can directly use city, then we can use fees. So then we can use insert these values. It is possible. Okay, but we must use column names. And to insert a null value, so for null value we can use NULL. You can see in city we can use null. Only for without quotes, only for conceptual purpose, how to use null, how to blank a value. So in a blank, suppose we have no information is not available or unknown informations, we cannot left blank, so we can use only null. So here NULL we can use. So these are the different type of varieties to insert a complete row, to insert a row without column names, to selected column names and respective value, and we can also insert null NULL, but here we cannot use double quotes. Okay, suppose you want to insert date. Okay, so here date format is MySQL by default date are inserted in. First we insert 4-digit year name, then dash, then month digit, and then day digit, and in single quotes format. Okay, the next command is our update command. Okay, so existing data in table can be changed with the update command to update a table with value coming from another table. Update command can use subqueries. Don't forget to use commit after making changes to your table permanently. Use where clause for selecting row updating. So there are different type of varieties are available to use update command. We can update a particular columns, selected columns. There are so many things. Okay, so this is the syntax. Update, first we can use table name, we can use set, then column name is equal to new value you want to change. Then we can also extend the different columns, comma, column name is equal to new value, and last we can use where if you want to apply changes for a particular selected row, so we can also use where. Okay, here I am taking some example. Okay, suppose in a city column. Okay, so in a city column all students belong to Surat. Okay, so I want to directly change all the students city Surat. It is possible. So we can directly use update. Student is our table name. Set, here set is important. Column name is city, or directly we can use is equal to Surat. It will change all the values, replace Surat. Okay, suppose, but here I want to change only particular student, not all. So here I am using where to change only city column value Surat of a student table whose roll number is 105. So here new thing is here I am using where. So where applied on selected records. So here only 105 city will replace Surat. Okay, suppose I want to change multiple column values of a particular student. So to change name, city, fees of the student whose roll number is 102. So here only update student, set name Himmat. Okay, here student name Himmat, city Kota, and fees 8963. So here new thing is we can replace multiple column values of a particular student. Okay, so here we can replace roll number 102. So all the values of 102 affect change name Himmat, Kota, and fees. Okay, only 102 record will change. Okay, we can also perform arithmetic operation to increase fees ₹100 of all students. So we can use update student, set fees, and fees plus 100. So this equation is important. This expression is important. Okay, so all the fees plus 100. So first we input fees column and existing fees by increase by plus 100. So we can change all the student fees 100 rupees more. Suppose if you want to conditionally you want to increase fees, so we can use where. So here all the student which greater than 108 greater than roll number will change only fees 100. So we can change also fees on the condition basis with the help of roll number. Okay. Here to set marks null, we'll use those students who scored marks less than 33. Okay. So suppose marks 33, we can also we can also blank, we can use marks is equal to null. So there are different types of changes we can perform in our existing table. Okay, all the column values, selected column, multiple columns with selected row, okay, arithmetic operation and null. So these are the things we can use. Okay students, and one thing is you can submit your assignment, today assignment and previous assignment also. Okay, thank you students.